Hi guys, our guest is in studio. This guest did a debut on my birthday.
Ooh, yes!
He sang for me happy birthday.
Yes! Jackie, you're special.
You already know him?
I was actually paid.
Yes,
With
friendship, love,
of course.
and love, nice good things.
And support.
And support.
Man, this is our bro, man. I think kama mnaonanga my Insta stories that you always see us around.
I
We go to
know.
support him, we come to support us, you know.
I know.
So definitely we are super excited to have you finally in Nviiri the Storyteller.
So excited.
Mr.
Nviiri the Storyteller. Yeah.
Storyteller.
Thank you very
Sana.
much.
We are so excited to have you in studio.
Clearly, I can see.
Yeah.
Nviiri and the ladies.
Yes.
Finally umefanya nyumbani.
Ile mambo
Kasi wasichana. It's a problem.
It's a problem.
So Nviiri, let's just start off by you telling us. We don't even need you to introduce yourselves to us, but just tell us how you got into the whole music scene. You've been you've come and taken it by storm. We're just like, where have you been all our lives?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
So for music, I've always been there, honestly, since high school. But you know, the struggle is definitely real. Where you have to find yourself out kidogo. You know, at some point, everyone in high school is a musician. Yeah, but then later on after that is when you try to figure things out. And funny enough, I tried almost everything. I did mechanical engineering, I did a bit of sound and lighting. Then I got into videography, where I started working like for the longest time. Then I had access to the studio. But the constant thing has always been music. All through, I even got fired from my dad's company because of singing while working. That's a story for another day. But that whole consistency in my music is what just got me to this level. So I've always just been pushing myself to, first as a singer, just to get my vocals on point. Then I got more energy into writing. Because I figured, you know, you can sing really good. Then the first time someone will be like, hey, you really can sing. Second day, he actually sings. She has a good voice. You know, it doesn't go that long. But then, you know, there's a lot of emotion that is connected with lyrics. So I definitely tap into that.
And you're talking about lyrics and all that. You're actually behind, is it Melanin for Sauti Sol? You're part of the team that was writing the lyrics. So tell us about your song Overdose, the inspiration after Pombe Sigara. Because you know those are like major tunes. Like I'm telling you, when people hear that music, like they just go crazy, you know.
So Overdose. You know, I've been telling guys it's a continuation of Pombe Sigara.
Exactly.
But of course,
it's sarcastic.
You know,
you've been talking about weight, honestly. So, especially that part, 4x4. I actually overheard people talking about this. There were some guys who were referring to ladies and comparing them to cars.
Why they talk 4x4?
No, they didn't really say 4x4. They were like, she's a Passat. I don't know, she's a Beat.
Oh,
she's
wow.
Tufafanulie kwanza Passat ndio wagani.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. This is a club setting where you just overhear things. But then I tend to pick things from everywhere, you know. And that's the 4x4 part. But Overdose is just basically you're overdosing on that love. Or rather love making.
Just put it out there.
You have it.
We fall in love for different reasons.
That's
This guy fell specifically for the good.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So you're an amazing singer, Nviiri, and you write equally as good. You also play the guitar.
I do.
Why that particular instrument? With the kind of music unaimba, pengine ungechagua sax hivi. Maybe some piano, but you chose the guitar. Why the guitar?
No, guitar. It was so easy to pick up girls with a guitar in school.
It was
so easy. You don't even need to play it. You just hold it. They're like,
It's just an accessory.
I was storytelling girls with that.
You know, but I kind of felt it's really easy to move around with it. You can just plug and play immediately, unlike a keyboard where you have to do the whole setting, and it really helps me in my songwriting. So I figured as a songwriter I need to know an instrument at least. So I tried the keys. Well, let's say that got me nowhere. I try the drums. Coordination tricky, you know. So I stick to the guitar.
Right. Okay. And let's talk about your musical influences, which I'm sure you've had, and I think that's part of the reason why your sound is also so refined.
My connects? Or what do you mean?
Your musical influences.
Okay. Okay.
If you had, yeah.
I grew up listening to soul. Yeah, I'm a fan of Celine Dion, Luther Vandross.
Oh, the good stuff.
Yeah, Phil Collins. So I think I grew up listening to that, and hence I love a lot of soul in my music. As much as even like from Cigarra lyrics a bit, you know, they're not all that emotional, but the melody that I incorporate in it, it tends to put someone in that position. And I write mostly when I'm emotional. Hence. Yes.
So you're an emotional kind of guy.
I'm an emotional drunk.
And it's specific. Their songs are written.
So, and how did you get to Soul Generation?
Yeah.
How did you join?
Soul Generation.
There you go.
Thank you.
Effortless.
We are so
Zaki lakini shikilia hapa.
Enough try
For effort. Soul Generation. First, I knew South Soul through video projects. Yeah, I used to do content for them. Even did the concept of friend zone. Yeah. So from there is when we started hanging out, and BN used to sample a lot of their songs. And in between, you know, we just brainstorm and jump to these things. Then I think there was a recording. Shaq was recording himself singing, but I was one singing on the background. Then BN bumped into that and was asking, okay, who sang?
Yeah.
They was like, that's actually Nviiri. And since that day, I remember we went for this Live and Day in Africa tour in Tanzania. He said, the next time we have a shoot, don't hold that camera until you show me something you've done musically. And that was where everything just changed. And from there, they started talking about Soul Generation, especially how patient I should be, because I was really eager just to go out there. But of course, without a structure, I so badly wanted to get this thing done. But they told me about the structure, I bought into the whole vision, and there we go.
Here we
How
go.
many years later did you have to wait for that?
2.
Wow.
Sema patience.
Patience.
Anyway, guys, it's about that time. Kidogo kidogo lazima tucheze michezo. So right about now, Game Spot. Leo kwenye kiature tunacheza tongue twisters. Hapo ndio mali hits zenye za Ukamba zinani affect, za Kikuyu zina affect Jackie. Mkamba mwenzangu, Mkikuyu huyu ni Kiswahili ndio inamlemeanga. If it's English he's gonna nail it. So Nviiri we will discover you today.
Kiswahili ya Kikush.
Jisikie jamani.
Oh, I wish it is Kiswahili.
Now just pick a
pick
paper
one.
and yes, and
the
pass it
shoe?
to the right.
Unataka kubeba
That's
kiatu
the-
Nviiri? Ah. There you go.
And that-
What?
the inside, it was inside the
They get to choose the
lazima
easiest.
mngenipatia ma
Ai,
H.
hii ni refu. Oh.
I'm meant to read all of them. I'm to choose the easiest.
Yeah, you choose one. Unaanza na moja unaenda wengine.
Crap trick.
Ah,
Man.
za leo ni mrefu. Acha
Jackie,
niwazishie ndo
thank
nikiangusha
you.
niangushe tu.
Thanks.
Tukiendelea.
Where?
5 fuzzy French frogs frolicked through the fields in France.
Unajua tuko sure kile unasoma ni ukweli lakini
By then even imeandikwa. Just believe me, you just have to trust my words now.
no option.
And Nviiri.
If Kantai, Kantai, Atai. Why can't? Okay. It's not
Hakuna hiyo.
okay. 6 sick hicks nick 6 slick bricks with picks and sticks.
Yeah.
Fast
Unasema
now.
pole pole
Unafaa
lakini.
kusoma mbio.
Now I was trying to see if at all it makes any sense. Ah yeah. 6 hicks sick nicks 6 bricks with picks and sticks.
Okay.
Okay.
Sawa tu.
I'm so glad you can see what I was reading.
I know.
On the steps of,
Batubs.
okay. She stood on the steps of Burger's fish sauce shop, mimicking him, hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in.
Ai, ilikuwa kizungumkuti.
Leo tunaamini tu. Today we are just trusting each other.
That's the way it is, man. It's just it doesn't make sense though, but anyway, it's not making
Quick.
sense anyway.
Okay. The 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday.
Hey.
Ebu confirm.
Never.
The 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday. Drops mic. No name.
Lakini nimevurugia sababu ni boda yake ni like it's like 4 lines.
It's okay,
Mama,
no
take your
lyrics.
time.
Okay. As I was in Arkansas, I saw a saw that could outsaw any saw I ever saw. If you happen to be in Arkansas and see a saw that can outsaw the saw I saw, I'd like to see the saw you saw.
Show off.
I was trying to confuse.
Show off.
Anyway, guys,
It was so long.
I tried to confuse her, lakini nilianguka mtihani jamani. So guys, we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Nviiri is still in studio, so don't go nowhere.
Oh, my name is Overdose. Overdose. Oh, my mumenijaza mapenzi. Oh, my name is Overdose. Oh, my mumenijaza mapenzi.
Hey, my friend.
Very
Tunajaza kujaza.
Yeah, we're over.
Welcome back, guys. This is Church Sport. Of course, Nviiri is in the studio, and the feedback is lit on Facebook. As parents, somebody says, Pombe Sigara. I love this Jan Mistari now on Nviiri. Make sure you sing for us that song. You're surely so amazing. I'm so in love with your music. Eman Jin says, Banange, you're amazing artist plus multi-talented. Kudos, bro. Jenny Kikecha says, hello, cuties. The show is lit. You girls look mwah. Happy birthday to Switch TV. Masio Gola, hi, lovely ladies. Hi to the guest. Naum Show. That I really love his voice. I stuck a studio kama Jaimba. I think that's the constant thing that is being talked about on Facebook, that you have to sing.
I will.
You love to sing for
Say
us
no
happy
more.
birthday.
Happy birthday. We just turned 1 year.
Justice is September.
No, switch.
Oh, hey, switch, yes. Yes.
1, 2, 3, go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sweet. Happy birthday to you.
It's official, we are one.
I didn't think I was the singer right now.
That was good. That was
Thank you.
Nviiri, you have a really interesting name. I've always wondered about it. Is it a stage name or is it actually your name?
Nviiri is an actual name. I've had guys thinking it's a stage name, but it's my actual name.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And tell people how it's spelled, because you know me at first I thought it was with an M. People say it is Nviiri.
Nviiri.
Do we say it in the
well,
correct
even
way?
know what I was
Nviiri,
calling
it's
you.
just
What was
Nviiri,
I
but
calling
it starts with
Nviiri.
an N-V-I-R-I.
Double I.
Oh, because we used to call him Nviiri.
Me, I used to also call you Nviiri.
I think hapo ndo maana kuna the storyteller. Just use the storyteller. Just in case you cannot handle
Where
the
did that
first
come
name.
from? Why are you a storyteller? What's the link to that?
Storyteller, the first approach was just to get more focus into my lyrics. Yeah. Second, you know, we were brought up listening to stories from our parents, from our old guys, and I definitely overthink everything. I can get a scenario right now, I just pronounce it in my head and it becomes something else. Some of the songs I have, I mean, even Pombe Sigara is not just a normal story, it's something that people have experienced, but then I bring something more into it. I just build a whole story from it. So Storyteller was mostly just, I come up with things. Might not be the reality, but
It is a story. It is a story.
Tell us, you went to perform in Dubai.
I did.
How was it? How are your fans? The people accept the music back in Dubai? How is it?
It was a whole movie, I tell you. The love was so proper, and I've been telling guys, this whole stereotype about, oh, Dubai is an Arab country, you can do this and this. We landed and it was party.
Day one.
From the word go, yeah. We partied almost every single day. The love was there. I got a lot of funds, and you know we were meeting up with other African artists. And Kiza itself is just a hub for Africans, and then now we have more foreigners, Arabs, white guys. But then by the end of my performance, I actually got more love from even the foreigners and the locals from there. So people are just coming for photos and asking me about my music, links. Like, of course, now we've grown our wings to a wider audience. Yeah.
And so how's the support been from your family? Because kidogo ulisema mali mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
Ama kwa sababu kijana mara what people don't understand saying, you know, utabiwa, sometimes someone can tell you, you need, this is what we are planning to do, but it's gonna take some time before we get to that point. You see, the same one umesema, the plan uliambiwa ya Soul Generation 2 years.
Yeah.
You had to wait for 2 years. So, hiyo time, wazazi walikuwa wanasema, are you lost? Is your head okay? Can't you do something else? Because, you know, some parents are like that.
Wazazi walishikanare, eti penzi letu tuisare, lakini baby usijale, hikesi tutajibu baadaye. I was just a rebel about my music. I remember my mom putting so much pressure. Can you just go work with your dad? I got fired. My brother was my bro was flying out. He was playing soccer in Dubai, actually. Then they kind of tried to push me to follow him. I was like, what am I supposed to do there, honestly? So I told her the one time I'll fly will because of music. She actually thought it was because of a lady. She thought I didn't want to fly because probably I was hitting on a lady or something.
Yeah.
But right now the appreciation is just on another level. The respect. I'm now the talking back home. I'm the model.
Yeah.
People are just my mom gets a lot of calls nowadays from people out here, and she still asks for these songs. Even my dad, who has never been concerned about my music, we bumped into each other, I think 2 weeks back, and he was like, how comes I've never had some of your songs? Can you just please send them to me?
Oh.
But yeah, I have gospel songs which I send to them.
But you know, being part of Soul Generation now, what impact has that had in your life personally and even in your career?
Well, you know, you never dismiss the power of just different brains and the work that they put in. Honestly, there's been a lot of changes also in my craft. Performance, I'm not used to be a performer. I just write and I sing and I produce. But then I was forced into this whole new lifestyle of live iconic act, which is part of the Soul Generation motto, just to bring up live iconic acts. And nowadays I just learn and learn. I'm being forced to learn guitar even more because Polycarp till today he still learns. He has a teacher, just so you know. Yeah, and you walk into the studio and you see people still practicing till late. You hear that someone has just done a new track and you're just there, you know. It's a really good kind of a pressure that we needed. And there's so much love. For the first time, we have musicians who are just there for each other. We're not there talking ill about each other. If you make a mistake, honestly, you're just being told. And as an artist, I think as anyone who has a commodity that you want to push out, your biggest fear is usually how will people receive it.
True.
Yeah, at this point, we have an assurance by just our circle listening to it. We have guys who have been through it before. They know this might work, this might not work. And so we get people to share, talk about this. And yeah, that's how we come up with the releases, actually. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so what do you do for fun when you're not in studio recording, writing music, and just out there doing your shows, trying to hustle? Vitu zingine.
Well, for fun, that is serious, eh? Considering you all know what I do.
We are guys are working here.
Wherever you are.
You guys, you know where we meet.
We don't know.
So don't act like you don't know this.
Where?
Excuse me.
I almost pulled an innocent one. I usually just play with my dog.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh wow.
So
Okay, we're just gonna. We will
zote.
just fly with that one.
We will.
Yeah, I'm playing with the dog.
Hapo umetucheza
Yo,
lakini.
I have a puppy and the name of my puppy is Bombay.
Can you imagine you didn't have any
Oh,
other
hapa ni dog ile a dog.
No, like a real
No,
one.
like
Brandon,
Nice one,
my
actually.
like a brown
Double
one.
names.
another brown one.
Not
It comes in
Bombay, it's just
different-
Bombay. With
Bombay.
It has to be
Comes
as well.
Bombay.
Yeah.
It's a brown
almost
one.
there.
So
Yeah.
I can imagine how your life has really changed recently because like we were just sitting out there together earlier on, and I mean, you know, 2 ladies come, they want to take a picture with you, they're giving you a big hug or whatever. number one, a lot of people are asking if you're in a relationship or if you have a girlfriend. And then, how are you handling the pressure of women from all
Especially
corners jumping in?
after that song you guys after extravaganza.
Yes,
we
yes.
all know.
It can't be easy. Let's talk about it.
How I'm handling all this, yeah?
Yeah.
To some point it gets overwhelming, honestly. Especially when they get my number, it's just too much. And I figured you can't honestly please everyone. As much as I'm trying to act like the humble artist out here and respond to everyone, some people are just too extreme. Someone texts, hey, like, okay, hey, how you doing?
Fine.
You know, get to the point perhaps today.
Exactly. So if you ignore that person, it becomes very rude. And so
Hot,
I'm really trying to learn how to handle that. To some point, Nico, to let it be. And I'm always friendly with everyone. Lord knows I love socializing.
Yeah, you do.
And I've got into points where people are even shocked. Like, I didn't expect that. You know, some people are just, maybe I should have been more of an uptight kind of a person.
Oh,
Yeah, I work with some of my homies guys are like, hey, Nviiri was passing with bodyguards, you know. But all in all, I just accept it all as it is. My personality will remain the same. I'm friendly. I talk to everyone. I mean, to answer the story.
That's amazing.
And, what can you tell anyone out there who's trying to make it? Maybe they've lost patience. You know, they're like, easy to as deep even expect.
True.
What can you tell the youngings out there?
Well, truth of the matter is, hakuna shortcut.
True that.
There's no shortcut. Put in work. You know, guys are. Oh, this is an example I usually tell people. People who especially ask for help all the time. You know, if you're in a car and it breaks down and you're still seated inside, no one will come push it for you. If you're outside pushing it, guys will see what you're doing and play a role in it. Yeah, so before you start looking for assistance and what, just do it yourself. And there's one line Bien actually told me when, even before it was signed, he told me, Shimo Nviiri no mwenye utajitoa. With or without us, you just have to get yourself out of that situation. Yeah. So let them all know that.
Deep.
So I'm telling you, you guys have had it from Nviiri. In case umepata show ikiwa katikati, remember 10:30 p.m. the show airs the repeat. So keep it here. #Switch TV. We just turned 1 man. We are super excited. Yo, we gonna see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Keep it locked. #Switch for good. That's what's up.